was inquisitive, and I like to talk to grown-ups a lot. So anytime his friends came over, or the family's friends, I would have a great time talking. I usually would talk to the men when they came over, but if I was wandering around the neighborhood, I'd go in and talk to housewives, various places. And I had a lot of energy and ideas, and I'd start little businesses or something of the sort, and I think he kind of was entertained by it, and I think maybe that's where the fireball came from. Well, when the first books I read on investment were actually in my dad's office. I would go down on Saturday he would have lunch down at Johnny's Cafe with his either one or two partners at the South Omaha Feed Company, and so I loved to go to those lunches, but I'd get down there early and I'd be reading the books in the office, and pretty soon I read all the books in the office, so I started going over to the public library, and I loved to just go to the stacks where the business books were, and I read them all the investment books, well before we moved to Washington when I was 12, and read some of them more than once. And I basically loved reading, and the library. We didn't buy books in those days. The library was a great place for me, and I would take the streetcar down often and go to the YMCA and go to the library and then go home around dinner time. I actually got locked into what was then the University of Omaha library one time when I got terribly enmeshed in reading in some stacks that were way in the back, and they locked the place up, and I couldn't get out. So it took me several hours before I could rouse my father-in-law, who was a dean there, and he got a janitor to finally let me out of the library.